What's up, everybody? It's JY. We are live on location for the Chris Wormley and Friends show with a special guest, the Milkman. Mike, how are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm not the milkman. I am the no laundry man today because I don't know if you remember last week. I wore this to play Renegade tee. The Steelers got the W. It has not been washed.
It now.
To take a quote from the great Michael Scott from The Office, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. So it was not washed officially. I promise you guys that. And I'm rocking it again tonight, at least until the Steelers lose, which we hope is never.
So I'm going to try and pick up. Like I said, I'm at Big Rig's Barbecue. Make sure you check them out. A great family-owned business. My guy Josh down here doing a lot of good things right in Monroeville. But, like, look at this thing, man.
Oh, my God. I mean, that's like –
I'm not even going to bite into it because I'm going to – I got to wait till after the show and reward myself. So
would you wash that down with a glass of milk?
For tonight's episode, I will do that. Sammy, the Chris Wormley and Friends show. I'm Jordan. This is Mike. Play that thing and let's get it started.
It was Wormley who got to him first. He's having a big day.
Yeah, let's bring him in. What do you say? The man of not just the hour, but the week. Certainly, obviously, we're excited about this Steelers win. Everybody's in a good mood. We're vibing over here, Worm. What's happening? What's happening?
Fellas, what's going on? This is the best I've felt in over a month. Huge win, huge morale boost for the team. And we're really excited about this past performance, the way the whole team played and came together. All three phases made a lot of big plays. And we're looking to carry that into Sunday night in Miami.
No doubt. How many of those burgers do you think you could take down, honestly, seriously, that Jordan has?
I mean, after a Sunday game like we just had, probably 2 or 3 at least. Nice glass of milk as well.
When we do his live show, we might have to have a burger eating contest.
We'll hold him to that. We'll hold him to that.
We don't want Mike Tomlin. We don't want Mike Tomlin to be mad that he's sluggish at practice the next day. So I don't want to be responsible for that.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, or you could just finish off with a glass of milk because that milk gives you strong bones. All right, I put you on the spot last time, Worm, because I wanted to give you the announcer floor, if you will. So we're fortunate enough tonight to have a great guest on the Chris Wormley and Friends show. So I'll let you do the setup.
Yeah, man. Super pumped to have this guy on. His first game of the season playing this year, and he stepped up and filled in a big way. My guy from Wisconsin Badger, a Big Ten guy like myself. The man, none other than Isaiah Loudermilk.
Hey,
you're not going to get a better intro than that.
No, I don't think it could get better.
The milk sipping
Isaiah,
everything.
There's a reason we're both wearing hats, except Worm. We know that you had the best hair jumping on today, man. We couldn't pull, we can't pull anything like that off. So we had to rock our hats tonight, man.
Yeah. I had it up in a ponytail, but I thought I'd let it down for this.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
appreciate you joining us. This is so cool. I can't wait to get obviously both your takes on last game and as we look forward to this next game. So, Isaiah, I'll start with you, man. You get a hat. In a huge game. I mean, an absolutely critical game against Tom Brady and the Bucs, and you guys pull out the win. First and foremost for you, talk about the experience. Talk about maybe how difficult it was kind of waiting in the wings and how you've been staying ready.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple weeks, from the beginning of the season, even middle of preseason, I wasn't able to play in that second game and third game. So it's been pretty tough just kind of sitting back, kind of watching. I've been able to practice and stuff like that, but when it comes to real games, that's when the fun starts. So it's been tough, but I've been patient, just kind of sitting back, waiting, continuing to work during practice and stuff like that. But I was definitely happy to finally get the hat, and in a big game like this, I was definitely happy that we come out with the win, kind of step up a little bit and do what I needed to do.
Have you learned anything from this old guy, 9'5"? In the last 2 years, year and a half?
Tons. Yeah. I mean, we we kind of went through the same thing last week of trying to learn that, new spot kind of outside instead of inside a little bit more. And, kind of talking with him throughout the week, trying to figure out kind of how that went out there, since that was really my first time kind of figuring out that position. He's helped me a bunch.
Worm, talk about the relationship between you and this defensive front. You got a really good thing going on this year from an outsider perspective, of course, rotation and keeping everybody healthy. And Larry obviously played a big role last week. Of course, Cam per usual. But how nice is it to be able to root for your guys like this and just kind of have that companionship on the in the front there?
Yeah, it's when you have a guy like Milk, it's easy to root for. We see how hard he works. We see, his level of patience. Which when I was in his position 4 or 5 years ago, I was very impatient, and I was looking to get a hat and contribute any way I can. And I know that he's excited for these games coming up to continue to contribute, continue to fill the need that we need. He's a guy that can play either inside or outside. And we saw that this past week with him, for the most part, stuffing the run and really handling that C gap, which a lot of people who aren't, coaches or players don't really notice that C gap and what that really means is as far as what that does for a defense, especially for the run game, especially when you have a guy like Leonard Fournette who's bigger than most linebackers. You need a guy like Milk that can stuff that C gap and do that on a consistent basis. And if you guys go back and watch the film, he was very successful at it, and we're looking forward to him to continue that. But as far as the defensive in general, it's always nice to know that there's 6 to 7 guys that can rotate, that can continue to produce at a high level no matter who's in there. And I think we've been seeing that kind of week in and week out.
Milk, and I hope we're all close enough at this point where we can call you Milk. What do you prefer, inside, outside, or wherever you can get a hat?
Where I can get a hat. I've been inside and outside pretty much the whole time I've been playing football. In college, it was the same thing. From 0 all the way out to a 9 tech. I've been all over the place. So wherever I can get a hat, as long as I can put my hand in the dirt.
For sure. The versatility of the Steelers D-line. I know Worm has played the same. Cam has played the same. So obviously that helps you learn and grow at the same time. All right. Worm mentioned it, Leonard Fournette. I want to talk about 2 plays specifically. And I think the first one, a little guy named Chris Wormley was involved, Sammy.
Been able to keep it into a close game. Great special teams performance by Steven Sims today, giving him some chances with great field position.
And on a big 3rd and 1, Pittsburgh's defense stands up strong. Chris Wormley coming off a breakout season in 2021.
All right, take us to the moment. Walk us through it.
Yeah, man, that was a pivotal play, 3rd and 1. And like we talked about with Fournette, when you got a back that's 240 pounds plus, those are almost gimmies when you think about it in short yardage for an offense. And we knew, like we talked about with Milk, that C gap was really important to be able to stuff and to be able to get some knockback at that position and in that area of the offensive line. And I had a feeling it was going to come that way, and being able to stuff that tight end, get some good knockback and tear off and make a play, I think was huge. And I think the offense went and scored that next drive, or at least got a field goal. And that was kind of really a huge play in the game. And like I said, it's just always nice to contribute and to continue to make plays when called upon.
Isaiah, you're on the field. It's not like you're facing Jordan and me in the backfield. It's Leonard Fournette. I mean, Leonard freaking Fournette, a bulldozer. What is it like trying to tackle that guy?
He's a big body, really big body. So, it's best trying to tackle him when he's going sideways. If he gets downhill at all, people start bouncing off of him. And that was really what we tried to prevent, was him getting downhill, any kind of speed. So we wanted him going sideways, because if he gets downhill, he hits pretty hard. So luckily, the couple tackles I had, he was kind of dancing a little bit in the back. So I never really faced him when he was going downhill.
Big time stuff. Second play I wanted to ask about. This is something I tweeted yesterday, and honestly, I don't know if Tom Brady has ever been stopped on a 4th and 1 in his entire life, on a quarterback sneak, I should say, in a 1-yard situation. Worm, you're in on that play as well. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we knew all. He's been doing this for 20+ years. He's really effective at that quarterback sneak. And we had a great play lined up. Me and Tyson Alu were in both A gaps and kind of just threw our bodies at the offensive lineman and try to get as low as possible and stop them from getting penetration as an O line. And our linebackers took care of the rest. So that was another huge play, but that was 3rd and 1, and then the next play they converted on 4th and 1. But when you can stop Tom Brady on a QB sneak, that's a huge play in the game.
No question about it. All right, one more question before I jump over to Jordan and we preview Miami. Want to talk a little bit about your teammate Mitch Trubisky. Chris, I know you're close with him, really close in the locker room in terms of where you're stationed. We'll go to you first. What does it say about him to come in for Kenny Pickett? It's been a bit of a tough go. Everybody knows about it. I mean, you can't sugarcoat this thing. He's had some boos in the crowd. And the way he took over in that second half and helped you guys win that game, how good did that feel for him and you guys around him?
Yeah, I was extremely happy for him, knowing the kind of last couple of weeks he's had. Everyone's kind of been in that position, once or twice in their life where things aren't going their way. And for him to come in middle of the 3rd quarter, step up, orchestrate a touchdown drive, orchestrate that 4-minute drive where we were able to take a knee at the end of the game was huge for us. And that's what a quarterback is supposed to do. And I know Mitch was biting at the chops, ready to go back in and prove that he deserves to be the starting quarterback. But I was really happy for him to continue to make those plays in the third and 4th quarter where he had a lot of 3rd down conversions that were backed up. Really, there was 3rd and 11, I think maybe a 3rd and 15, and that connection between him and Chase in that last drive was huge. And like I said, I'm really happy for him that he got able to maybe right some wrongs and prove people wrong.
Guys, this is a strange last question from me for the time being. What does Tom Brady smell like? Like money? Like
somebody asked me that milk? As well.
Like a goat?
Somebody asked you that?
Somebody asked me that earlier today. Yes, I'm not going to say who, and I'm not going to put them on the spot. I guess I didn't take a whiff of them. I don't know. You might be able to ask his teammates or his wife.
Oh man,
we'll let Milk off the hook on that one.
So we're. So we'll start with you, Milk. You guys are heading to South Beach Sunday, primetime. Is this your first time playing in South Florida? I'm sure in college you did, but is a Pittsburgh Steeler?
Yeah. So this will be my first time going out there as a Steeler. I've been out there plenty of times. In college, we actually played in the
hitting the clubs, living the Milk life.
Well, 2 years in a row. So I've been out there a little bit. No clubs for me though. But
single Milk. I know you have a lady, so that was the single Milk.
Oh no.
Nah, it's been a while.
I hear you. So just tell us, like, what are the key matchups that you're looking at? Obviously you're seeing more playing time. You did your thing last Sunday. What is your mindset going into this game?
As of right now, it's just kind of be open to however they want to use me again, whether that's outside again or inside, just depending on kind of how the coaches decide to set up, certain personnel things. If we'll have a big outside backer again, I'll be ready for that if I need to be back inside. So really for me, it's just really making sure I'm open to still playing inside and outside, just making sure I know exactly what I'm doing.
So I know if you get a sack, I know Worm has some good gestures that he likes to use when he celebrates. Maybe he taught you a few of them if you get a sack on Sunday. So I'll be looking out for that definitely.
Yeah, I haven't.
I might be the last person that you want to take dancing or choreographed celebrations from, but I
don't know. Yeah. The shovel celly was pretty nice. So
that was my favorite.
Yeah,
that needs to be like a gift. That needs to be a gift. Definitely.
For sure.
Worm, so what about your time in South Florida? Again, obviously rather than clubbing and living the Worm life, what are the key matchups to you? Is there something, Tua is going to be in there? Just kind of give us your preview of what you're looking forward to most.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to nice weather. I I know it's in Pittsburgh right now. It's like 40 degrees, and then it was raining earlier today. I'm like, okay, here comes fall. Here
what
comes
it wanted to do.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to the nice weather. I'm looking forward to that matchup with Waddle and Tyreek Hill, probably the top receiving core right now. And I'm looking for Tua to do what he did at the beginning of the season before he got injured. I know he's looking to come in and be firing on all cylinders with those two guys. But really to get after that offensive line, I know that in order to stop those two receivers, we're going to have to get pressure as a defensive line. We're going to have to get pressure on Tua and make him, scramble, run around, and not get those clean looks that he got those first few, 3 or 4 weeks of the season. But we're looking to continue to stack these wins. We're looking to stop the run, and we're looking to get after Tua to mitigate those two receivers that they have.
Definitely. So I'll just jump right into it. Talk about Flores. This is kind of, don't want to call it a revenge game like the Ravens game, because I think that means a little bit more to you. As I know, you get 14 sacks in that game a year. So what has been, the mindset from him, and just, obviously, things changed the NFL, but like he was there. So I'm sure he has some idea how they run things over there. Has that been, to your advantage?
Yeah, we're looking to see what he can bring to the table as far as how he thinks the game's going to go tomorrow when we get into the building. But I know that, things didn't end the way that he wanted it to end in Miami. He had success in Miami and was still let go. And I know that, at least for me, that would piss me off. So I know that he's looking
everyone.
Yeah, so I think he has a mindset of he's trying to go in and win the game. Not like he's not trying to win every game, but I think this game is going to mean a little more to him. And just like the games against the Ravens mean a little more to me, I think that he's going to have that same mindset. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the wrinkles that he can bring to us and implement to us, so we can be successful on Sunday night.
So this is just a question, for both of you. You guys are both Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are always so good in primetime games. Is that because the milkman and the worm are on the field? Just kind of talk about that.
Go ahead, Milk.
Go ahead, either one of you. Go ahead, Milk.
I mean, I'm not sure what it is. I think being primetime brings out a little more in some people. All the eyes are on you, and all the players are watching you too. You're the only team playing, so all the teams, all the coaches, it's all, the whole spotlight's on you. So I think that might bring a little bit more out and kind of motivate people a little bit more for those primetime games.
But go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to ask, is it different because the game is later than like a 1 o'clock game, like the Monday night and the Sunday night? Like, what is that? Like, how do you prepare? Do you prepare differently?
Are there naps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guys take naps. Especially when we're the away team, we're in a hotel all day long. Wow. And which isn't always the nicest thing, but sometimes for a guy like me who has a daughter at home that's up at 7 o'clock no matter what, it allows me to close the blackout curtains and sleep in till 9:30 and feel pretty good. But yeah, it's
those days the early bird isn't getting the worm; he's resting.
Oh, I gotta rest, because if I'm up at 7, like I'm usually in bed by 10, and that's halftime for Sunday night games. So I got to sleep in a little more and get my rest, because the older I get, the crankier I get if I don't get my sleep. So, but no, Sunday night games, Monday night, Thursday night games, those are always, like Milk said, the primetime games where everyone's watching, not just fans, but your peers are watching. They're looking, okay, who's getting
a sack on Nickelodeon?
The slime, all that good stuff. Yeah. So they got the kiddos watching too. So it's always fun to play those primetime games, but coming back at 4 a.m. is always a struggle getting back to the house.
One more thing I wanted to ask just before I turn it over to Mike for our favorite game, and then we'll get you out of here and get you guys some rest. You guys are both from the Big Ten. Is that friends or foes? You have any friendly wagers going on here?
I don't think we play each other this year, do we?
Yeah. I don't think so. No.
Okay. I
took some money from Fryermuth, and that was pretty that was pretty rewarding. Felt pretty good doing that. One of my buddies we got a bottle of whiskey on the game because he went to Penn State, so that was a good feeling too, getting that. And but no, I think whenever you got a guy like Milk, or you got a guy that's played in the Big Ten, and you guys get to play each other, however so often, it's always fun to poke at it and talk some trash. But I can't say too much about Wisconsin right now. They're struggling a little bit, so I'll leave it to Milk to talk about them.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk to some of the guys in the Big Ten when games come up, but so far this year I haven't been too lucky on some of them. But I'll just keep it at that.
It's a long season.
Yeah, it is.
Milk, I know last year that I think I was doing some research, and you guys had the most Wisconsin players rostered in the NFL, and I can't even. Obviously, Derek, TJ, yourself. Throw me some other ones. Who else is? I'm trying to think. You still got a couple more, right?
On the Steelers.
Yeah.
We had Scott Nelson. Schobert was here.
Schobert, that was the other one.
Yeah, that's who it was, because we had him on our
There you
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, good guy there. All right, hey, listen, let's round this out, Little Worm Association. What do you say, Sammy? All right, we'll keep it short and sweet. Isaiah, this is super easy. I just throw a couple words out there. You guys say what's on your mind. So I'm going to just start with that key word. We've been saying it all day, milk. Isaiah, what are you 1%, 2%, chocolate, strawberry? Can't be like
I mean, 2% buttermilk, pretty much all of it. I've been called all of it, so there's really none that stick out.
Has it actually been the nickname? Like, has that been a childhood nickname?
When I was little, no one really called me Milk. It was really once I got to college, people just started calling me Milk. I think people in my hometown were just kind of used to just calling me Isaiah. They never really call me by my last name. But when I got to college, and now most people, it's just Milk.
Just love that. That's what we're gonna title the show. It's just milk.
Milk.
This episode.
Chris Wormley in Friendsville. Just milk. No football, just milk.
Just milk. Chris, what are you drinking? Is that you got skim milk in there or something?
It's this $10 half gallon that my wife bought from Whole Foods that I don't know. It's got a cow on the front, and I think it's
organic.
It's organic, I think. I don't know. I'm not even gonna drink it. It was just for show.
That's okay.
But, I give Isaiah. I like to call him Milky instead of just Milk.
Yeah.
I'll throw that out there.
Promiscuous.
Not supposed to be, but you can take it.
Cereals. You got to milk. I got to keep on this ridiculous theme. Mm-hmm. Cereals. Give me it. Top 3 or top 2.
Frosted Flakes.
Not okay.
Is number 1 by far, and then I would probably say Fruit Loops.
Okay, Worm.
Terrible choices.
What? There's no way Frosted Flakes is terrible.
Man, no, so you can't, if anyone knows, he should know.
I'm gonna go Fruity Pebbles and French Toast Crunch.
Whoa, way off the board there.
Wow, at least Fruity Pebbles in a minute.
I think I might have missed on French toast. That's a good one. I think that might be up there, actually.
It's like a cinnamon toast crunch.
Anything
spin-off.
French toast is,
Yeah, I hear that. I'm glad you guys didn't say like a classic like Raisin Bran. We didn't throw Wheaties out there. We got 2 athletes on here, but fair enough. All right, I want to finish with Wheaties. Yeah, you know what? I like Raisin Bran Crunch. I'm sorry, I'll throw that one out there. They throw little crunch bites in there. It's solid. Milk, it's good.
Honey bunches of oats over here. That's my go-to.
Anything raisins, I'm good.
All right, fair enough. All right, the last thing I want to mention is when I talked about Wisconsin players in the Steelers last year, Milk, I said that the Steelers should add not just another song to Acrisure Stadium. You obviously got Renegade, but the song. Let's add Jump Around. Am I right?
I mean, I'm 100% down for it. That when that song would come to the stadium, I mean, everyone it would just turn up another level. So I mean, I'm good if they play that every single game, twice a game, 3 times a game.
Mr. Brightside or that.
PA announcers or anything. Where you say no?
I mean, I've never played at Camp Randall in Madison, and that was a place that I would have loved to play in the Big Ten. We only played Wisconsin my last year, and it was at the Big House. But Nah, jump around. We'll keep that in Madison. We'll keep it in Madison. It's a good song, but every time I would hear that in Acrisure Stadium, I'm like, okay, that's for Milk and TJ and Derek. Like that's not for us.
Fair enough. Good stuff. All right, we got everything out of you from Tom Brady all the way to French Toast Crunch cereal. First of all, Isaiah Loudermilk, absolute pleasure, man.
Thank
Congrats.
you.
Keep up the great work. We're looking forward to watching out there. Really, really are. 92. Everybody check out Isaiah this coming Sunday night. Big game, of course, against the Dolphins. Chris Wormley and Friends show. Always a good time here on the Sick Podcast. Steelers Crazy in tandem with Yinzer Crazy. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Most importantly, as always, stay healthy. All right.
Thanks, fellas. I want to say one more thing. Not only myself, but Isaiah Milkman Milky is also undefeated against Tom Brady.
True.
Wow.
So that is
That's the headline.
I'm gonna take to my grave because I think this is his last year. And,
don't jinx it.
Be careful. I know.
1-0, so
Yeah,
I will take it.
He might be dropping back in a wheelchair at like 55.
Oh no, I don't think so. I think he's done before that. But Milk, I appreciate you hopping on, man. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no problem. Appreciate you guys.
See you guys.
Good night. Yeah, man. Again, just awesome stuff, from the guys who are out there every Sunday. And I really like the Steelers. I think they're trending in a good direction. Obviously, it's one game at a time, and I think that they're going to take that and start getting some guys healthy and let the good times roll again, man. Win, lose, or draw, we're still going to be here breaking it down every week. So.
We're taking it one show at a time. We're having a lot of fun. Follow us at Sick Pod Steelers. Most importantly, subscribe to the show. We see you watching. You're enjoying it. You're tweeting about it. You're retweeting. Hit that subscribe button. Watch us. It's much easier over there on the old YouTube. Check out us over at Yinzer Crazy Show. We have some awesome giveaways. We're helping out Sick Podcast with this awesome giveaway as well. So it's all love. It's all milk, I guess, at the end of the day, Jay.
Yeah, and thanks again to Big Rig's Barbecue in Monroeville. I'm going to eat this sandwich and go take a nap and get ready for the Steelers Dolphins this Sunday. Sammy, roll that thing. Go Steelers, baby.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Steelers Crazy on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.